Hey everyone, Coffee and Colouring here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you the pages I completed in December 2022. So let's get started. I completed 9 pages in total from 6 different books and I have one WIP as well. So I'm just going to move these aside and get straight into it. I did a bunch of Christmassy themed pages. So yeah, and every page I did this month I had a lot of fun doing. So yeah. So the first book I have here is the WIP. It's Legrand Classics Tome 4 and it's the same page that I showed last time. This one, so I haven't done any more to it. It's still the same as last time I showed you. It's just the line art, and that's mainly because I was focused on doing Christmas themed pages and winter themed pages because I never get the chance to do them because I'm usually in a colouring slump, or I just don't worry about colouring things in the category of seasons and stuff like that. But yeah, this time I really wanted to do that. So yeah, I'm just going to put that one aside and let's get into the new pages that I completed. So we're going to start with non-colour by number books. So this is the very first page I actually completed for December, and it's in Misfits, a winter fantasy colouring book for adults and odd children, volume number 10 by White Stag. So this one, I just did this page and I absolutely love how she came out. I just love it. So yeah, this one was a lot of fun, and again was the first page I did for the month of December, and it felt like it went so quick. Like I only wanted to start it and I just couldn't stop, and I finished it so quickly. So I just use Uhuhu markers for this and a white Posca pen. So that's all you need and you can get a really beautiful page. So I did this one because there was like nothing really going on in the background. It was just plain, and I wanted to get back into using alcohol markers. So yeah, I gave her a little red nose and like red cheeks and tried to blend it out. And I was originally going to give her green hair, and then I kind of colored everything else but the hair, and I'm like, white actually would look really nice and for the wintry vibe and theme. So I decided to keep it white, and yeah, love how she came out. I outlined all the black outlines with a white Posca pen, and I really like the effect of that. And I added a highlight on her nose, back over her eyes and on her knees here. I just like to do that. It gives it a really cute cartoony finish. And here you can see all the blending and stuff, the layers, which looks cool because I had one other page in here that I did a couple years ago, or a few years ago now, and it was this one, and I really love how she came out, and she was all markers as well, and I actually drew these in, and she has stickles on her wings, but yeah, I wanted to do something similar but different, so I tried to change it up, and I don't know why, but I thought for this one, it must have been her green and red sleeves, but I thought I did green and red stockings, so that's why I decided to do white and red on this girl, but it turns out I did it on both, because I would have done red and green otherwise, to go with the wings, but yeah, oh well, she turned out really amazing. It was very, very excited to post this one on Instagram when I finished it because I just loved how she came out. So yeah, that is that page. Also, I've had so much positive things happen in 2023. I am filming this on the 5th of January, so hopefully I can get it up today. But I hope all of you had a safe Christmas and a happy new year, and had fun. But yeah, mine was a bit more relaxed this year. I didn't really do too much and just, you know, went to work. But I did have a nice Christmas and spent that with my family. So that was really nice. But I feel like 2023 has been a really positive start already so far. And even the end of 2022, I feel like I just left all the negativity behind. So I'm feeling really, really like, I don't know, ready for 2023, I guess. And another exciting thing that only happened yesterday, it was my mum's birthday and we were celebrating and stuff, but things just came up, and we actually got offered kittens for free. So we decided to have a look at them, and we already own one cat. He's a ragdoll. His name's Zeus, but we call him Kitty more than we call him Zeus. That's kind of his nickname. But yeah, we decided to look at these kittens because he said they were like pure black cats and stuff, and we decided to pick out a girl and a boy that were brother and sister. So we now have 2 kittens. They're mainly my sister and I's kittens. And yeah, we've just had a lot of fun starting to look after and raise them. If I can, I'll put some pictures on the side or maybe a video of them while I'm talking. They're very cute. So the boy, he's fully black, and the girl, she's kind of got light brown stripes or like grey, like very faintly. But yeah, the little girl we decided to call Olive, which suits her. She's very cute. And then the boy, we were kind of in a toss between the name Arlo and the name Toothless, because he looks like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, which is one of my favorite movies. But I think we're going to stick with Toothless. I just think it really suits him, and he's very playful and very energetic. And yeah, we kind of so I'm talking a lot about kittens now, but I feel like you guys would love to hear this. So they were kind of in not the best home, and my mum found out about them because the owner wasn't able to take care of them. Like, he couldn't even afford food for them barely, and for the mother and stuff. So they weren't in the best living conditions as well. It was pretty horrid when we went there and had a look. But yeah, and I'm just glad we took those poor kittens away and can now slowly help them get to a healthier stage. They already are, like, they already seem so much healthier, and it's only been a day, so that's just so great. We're hoping to get the other 2, like, help the owner rehome them as well, and if not, we will probably take them to the vet so they can get rehomed and healthy. Yeah, so that's that. I just wanted to say that because, yeah, this year just has felt really great, and a lot of positives have already started to happen. So especially those 2 little babies, like, I'm just, yeah. And we have introduced Zeus a few times now, just letting him at his own pace and watching him. And, you know, he does make his little grumble noises and hisses a couple times at them, but he sniffed them and then he just goes away. And yeah, we slowly doing that. I'm sure they'll be best friends eventually. But yeah, okay, that's the kitten talk. So that's, yeah, the start of my year, which is awesome. And I love sharing that with you guys because I just trust the community on here, and everyone has just shown me how caring, like, you are from other things, and like my last couple of videos has shown support. So I feel like you guys would be happy to hear that, and that, you know, positive change is happening in my life. So that's just great. So next we have 50 Christmas Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cova. I really wanted to work in her books. I thought I was going to do heaps of pages in this and the winter one, but yeah, I just, time still manages to slip away, and I only want to colour when I really want to, you know, I don't want to force myself to colour, and that's why I enjoyed pretty much all these pages that I worked on. Well, I did enjoy them all. So the page I did in here is this one of the penguins. So this one I used Ohuhu brush markers as a base, Prismacolor pencils over the top of that, and then I used Derwent watercolor pencils for the background, and then I used a white Posca pen, and of course at the very end I used a fixative spray to seal the pencil in. So I love this. It turned out better than I thought. Yeah, so really happy with this. I was, again, a bit scared using the Derwent watercolor pencils. It's been a while since I had used them, and I wanted a smooth kind of background, but I think it worked out fine. It looks nice and icy and frosty, and I wanted to make this look like ice, and I think I did a good job of that. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this one. So you can see here on the back, that's all the brush markers. I used the Ohuhu brush markers as the base. So that's kind of what they looked like before I shaded them. And then I went in with the pencils. So there's a bunch of different ways you can shade them, so I always love playing around with it. But yeah, I like to just have, you know, a dark to light. And yeah, they turned out really cute. So I saw this one as the girl and this one as the boy, and they're making like a little heart with candy canes. Yeah, this one was really cute. Oh, also, sorry about my nails. They're kind of just like gross and all over the place. It's so annoying. I just want to say this in case any of you can relate, but my thumbnails were so long, like longer than like my longest nail. They were both really long, and then I'm like, they're gonna look so nice when I film my completed pages video, and of course they just both end up breaking like a couple weeks apart near like the end of December, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, they survived so long, and then I get to filming and they're just broken, and now they're just sad little stub thumbs. Like, oh, I'm considering I might get my nails done because I'm kind of just sick of them being different lengths all the time. It's very hard to maintain long natural nails, but I really love the look of that as well. So yeah, I might do that, but yeah, sorry about my ugly thumbs. So yeah, that's that page. And yeah, I really just love Camellia Angel Cova's books. So next, this one I have not posted on Instagram yet, but I took the picture for it today, so it should be up soon, hopefully. It's from Kawaii Animals by Coco Wyo. Love this book so much. But I had only one completed page in it, so I decided to do this one because the piggy had a Christmas hat and scarf, so it went with the Christmas theme. And this one I only used Ohuhu brush markers and a white Posca pen for highlights, and I love that. It's so simple, but you can get such a pretty page. So I did this one of the 3 piggies. Again, I just got away with it because of Christmas hat. I was really focusing on the Christmassy theme, and I love how it came out. I kind of just started, and this one I did like 2 different days, I think, and there was a like gap in between of a few days as well before I came back to it. But yeah, I just did it when I could. You can see all the markers on the other side there. I just wanted to do different colors for all the pigs, and I really love how they came out. I kind of think this one's a bit of a bright pink. I should have done a similar color to this, more like peachy toned, more of a natural color, but I still really like how they all came out. And even though this one is like a dark pink, I still think the picture like is still, you know, comes together really well. And the barn, I was originally going to do red, but because I had already done the Christmas hat and the scarf, I didn't want it to like blend the hat into the barn, so I just went with a plain color, and just went with a brown and left some white. And then, oh, the hearts here I went to highlight with white Posca pen or go over the outline, but I didn't like it. I actually preferred the dark hearts, so I just left it like that. So that's why there's a couple hearts like that. And yeah, and another thing I knew is I wanted this piggy to have red glasses. I don't know, I just saw that straight away. And yeah, he's got some corn, and I actually put some highlights on the corn. Oh, and another positive. Okay, this is the end of December, but I actually bought a new phone and I'm filming with it now. It's the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I was really due for a new phone. I was very like overdue for a new phone, but hopefully the quality of this video looks better than usual for you guys, and it's really good at focusing when I hold up the picture close, so that's cool. But yeah, that's this page. Get that posted soon, but I really cannot wait to do more in here. It's so much fun, and it's so easy and quick to color in these books. Okay, next we get into my color by number books. So the first one here is one that I noticed I wanted to color in for a while when I purchased it, and this was a perfect time of year to start it and finally do some pages. So it is Paper Cut Art Christmas by Such and Such Diva. So I was very excited to get this book because it's a grayscale color by number, which I had never seen before this book. So I just started in order, and pretty sure I just used Ohuhu brush markers. So this is the first page. They turn out just so beautiful with the grayscale. I love it. Yeah, just Ohuhu brush markers for all of these. So yeah, that's this guy. Here's the second page. I don't know if this is like a mouse or a gerbil or a bunny rabbit. It's something, but it's cute. In the little Christmas stocking. These were really relaxing to do as well. And then I just did this third one of the 3 mice, or maybe the 3 blind mice. And yeah, I like how this one turned out. And something I really like in this book so far, from what I've noticed, is the background isn't always the same color. Like these first 2 are, but I've flicked through the other pages I haven't done. And it just seems like they all have different colors, and you know, some backgrounds have a lot more in it. So I like that, instead of just using the same exact color for every background, which some books do with color by numbers, and then, you know, you just run out of that marker and you kind of get bored with the look of it. But yeah, this one's really pretty. So this penguins page will be the next one that I do from this book. I think I'll just continue going in order. I didn't plan on doing that. I started with this elf to test it out. How the markers were on this book and stuff, but yeah, I think I'll just go in order now. But that's that one. And next is Mystery Colors Christmas by Jo Bartos. I especially made myself not color in this because I wanted to wait till December and Christmas time. So yeah, and now it is time. So I actually started with this page here because I have the other Mystery Colors book by Jo Bartos. So yeah, it's this snowman, and for this one I used Ohuhu markers, Oleaps and Oleap brush markers, and a white Posca pen to clean up some of the white areas. So yeah, he turned out pretty good. Yeah, I don't have too much to say. The only thing is the markers that weren't Ohuhus just bled a lot and got a little bit streaky, which I didn't like. So I wanted to try, because there's a lot more detailed pages in this one, so I wanted to try just Prismacolor pencils only without a base or anything, because, you know, it's meant to be a quick, like, relaxing kind of thing. So I chose a page that I didn't like necessarily like too much. Like, I like it, but it's not my favorite. To just try it on in case I didn't like the pencils. And I did this one of the little girl, or the little elf. And I just used Prismacolor pencils, and I used a white Posca pen for the eyes, like the eye area, her mouth, like her teeth, and the nose area, which were already white, but just because I went over them a little bit with the pencil by accident. So I actually love the look of just Prismacolor pencils. Like, you can sometimes see the tiniest bit of white showing through, but they did a really good job compared to, like, here's a markers version where you can still see the lines, obviously, which doesn't bother me, and then this one, which you can still see the lines, but yeah, there's not too much of a difference. The only thing is with pencils, it takes a little longer. And yeah, but the pencils worked out because there were some little areas on here that would have been hard to do with markers. And as you can see, there was a light green color, which was number 12, which I used here on the Christmas tree, which is more accurate. But originally I used the green, the light green here on the elf girl. And I noticed when it was too late after like coloring a hat that it wasn't the right green that it was kind of asking for, so then I just changed it for the tree. But I think, because I will use that green in the future in this book, but I do like how it came out even though she's a different green. It just, I guess, kind of makes her stand out more instead of being just like the same green colors. But yeah, really happy with how she turned out. I'm excited to do more. I think I'll do the rest of this book in Prismacolor pencils because, you know, look at that. There's so many small little details in it, and there's a lot of pages like that in here. So yeah, it's going to be very hard to try do with markers. But yeah, I think maybe the other Mystery Colors book I have by Joe Bartos, I might stick to markers. But I don't know, I think Prismacolors are good because I can always get them replaced as well, so I might even switch to Prismacolors in that. But yeah, that's this one and the 2 pages I did. So the last book I have is Legrand Classics Tome 3, and you guys might know what this means. Usually when I whip out the Tome 3, I've been practicing my acrylic paint in here. So I hadn't done an acrylic paint picture in a while, and I just really got the urge to do it. I think this was one of the second pictures or third pictures I did for the month, and it took the longest out of all of them. So it's this one. I did Olaf because, you know, the Christmassy winter theme, and he's a snowman and he's cute. So yeah, I used my Montmartre acrylic paint, and then a white and black Posca pen. I was going to paint with acrylic paint all the white areas, but I don't know, I don't really feel the need to. It's a little bit like, I don't know, I want to be a neat freak and a perfectionist and go over it all in white paint, so it does annoy me a little bit because it makes me feel like it's unfinished. But you know, it's going to be see-through anyway with white paint, and from far away, you know, it just looks white. And you know, the picture looks really amazing anyway, so I'm only going to use a white Posca pen for little areas. So I actually cleaned up like the side bit here with a Posca pen, and some of the little bits here, but yeah, I wasn't too worried about going over areas. And the acrylic paint looks amazing. So if you guys remember, this was the first ever acrylic paint page I did, and there's a lot of texture and lumps and bumps because it was my first time. And then the second page I did was this one, which was a lot smoother, which was my goal. So if I move it around, you don't see those lumps and bumps. And texture like that one. And then the third I did was Lewis. And then now I've done Olaf, which is pretty smooth as well. And yeah, I had so much fun working on it, and it was so relaxing. And I just, yeah, like would do, you know, areas, and then I would leave and come back to it. And with acrylic paint, I always leave the black outlines for last because it really cleans up the image if you accidentally paint over areas. And if you did the black outline first, you're going to get paint over the black anyways. So yeah, that's how I do these. And yeah, he turned out amazing. I do want to do more. They just take me a little bit longer to do, and yeah, I have to want to be in the mood to like mix the paints and all of that, but really, really fun. So that concludes my completed pages for December. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and I really hope you guys are all having a great start to your 2023 as well. Oh, also, I forgot to show you guys, usually all my completed pages I have written in this notebook, and I just write the months, and same with new books I get, so I just write them all and like the date of completing them and everything. So yeah, I wanted to get a new little book, so instead of using that, now I have a 2023 book that I bought. It's a 2023 diary, but it's just a simple plain white cover, gold, and I just started, because it's very simple, but then I won't have to write the dates. So I started here because it starts from the 26th of December and then you go through to 2023. So I just started with like the pigs page I completed as I finished it on, you know, a number that's in here at the start. So I just wrote like the book and then a little description so I know what page it was. So description of the page if it doesn't have its own title. So I just put 3 pigs, and then like along that row I'm going to write the materials I used. So I used my Ohuhu brush markers and a white Posca pen. So yeah, and if I do multiple pages, I'm going to try and find a way to have, you know, all the materials written out, or maybe I just sum it up for all of them. I don't know, but yeah, I really like this idea, and that way, like, I don't have to write the dates, and I can just put the completed pages for each day, and then yeah, write what I used next to that date in the notes section. So yeah, I'm excited for that. The only thing with having this and not my notebook is I don't think there's any space for me to write new coloring books that I get. I usually write them down, but I guess you don't necessarily need to anyways. But maybe I can just use this one for new coloring books I receive and not completed pages. At the back's really messy. It's like little color keys and stuff, and you know, markers that I've chosen for that. But yeah, so I'm excited to do that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video and for hearing me just chat your ears off, but I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing all of your videos as well. Bye everyone!